Gail Moran.
There we are. So for the past year and a half, there has been a question that I've been thinking about, and as it just keeps coming up, I keep recognizing the question. But more than the question is the answer. So if you would please, close your eyes for a minute. Take a breath. And as I speak to you, what I'd like you to do is I want you to think about the word that comes to you as I ask the question, what is it that you want? What is it that you want in life? Most people have said, I just want to be happy. Some of you might have said that to yourselves right now. What does that mean to you? I just want to be happy. So if you would, we're going to have some microphones, and if people would help me, what I would like you to do is I hope that there was a word, maybe a short phrase. We're going to write this down, and we're going to talk together. And we're going to write down what it is that came up to you whenever you were thinking of, what do I want? What do I want in life? Did you come up with, I just want to be happy? So if you could, raise your hands, and if anybody would just let me know what it is that they thought of when you were thinking about that question. My buddy Jim?
Helping.
Okay. Sharing. Family. Dr. Dan? Yes. Love. Yes. Quantum field. Very good. Beautiful. Yes, Terry.
Peace of mind.
Yes.
Giving and sharing.
Les?
Close connection.
Okay. Yes.
Laughter.
Aw, love it. That's a good medicine. Would you agree, Dr. Dan? Yes, Heidi?
More time.
Time. Time. Again, the question is, what do you want? What do you want out of life? I just want to be happy. What does happy mean to you? Bill? Serving? Yeah. Yes, Caesar. Help? Oh, health. I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. Yes, Glenda.
Add value to others, which is along the line with serving.
Okay. Add value. Yes.
Friendship.
Good. Has anybody really sat down to figure out what your happy is, really taking time to think about what does it mean to you. Some of the things that I do now is when I all of a sudden just get elated with smile, I am just in joy. I recognize that. And one of the things for me is, as you hear, I have 4 boys, plus 1 and a husband, last 4 years ago. And there is nothing that makes me more full than when those babies are all around and I get everyone in that family, in my nucleus, just to me. I'm very selfish. I am very selfish about that. But my body is just so full. And as I've been thinking about this word and my happy, I think every time now, whenever I feel that feeling, where am I? What am I doing? Can I get that again? And how can I get that again? There's nothing better than that feeling. And as we know, it doesn't happen all the time, right? Life has situations and circumstances that are sad. Life moves on. But when we get that point of joyful feeling in our body, we know it. We can claim it. It's our happy. So some of the things that I'm seeing here is, of course, family. A lot of this goes into relationships. Having relationships, to me, is the greatest part of life. And it's the greatest part of what we can give back to someone else. To be a listener, to be a friend, to just be with someone in life. There is nothing greater, and that is relationship. And we were talking about that today. Relationships with our clients, relationships with each other. A word was said today, a word, and I challenge you to think of your word for your happy. So we did talk a lot about positive thinking, or at least that was brought up. So a positive thought brings us into a happy. Something else that was said in my research and why I started this was, normally, if you just smile, what happens? Right. People smile back. And sometimes even when you don't feel good, just smile with no one around. Just smile. It might feel funny, but I really do believe smile right now. I know it's crazy, but just do it. It makes you feel better. It just makes you feel better. And isn't it what we want to be, a person that feels better, feels good, feels joy, and can then be a person to be able to give that to another person? Think about whenever you walk. My son lives in New York. I walk down the streets whenever he's working. I just go play, and I walk, and I walk. And everybody says, New York, people they don't care. They just walk. They got their earbuds in. You know, you smile. You get a lot of smiles back. And it's almost where they're like surprised. They're like, oh my gosh, somebody's smiling. Wonderful. The coolest thing that I heard from you all today was something that wasn't said, because it's not a piece that brings happy. And that is, there's this thing here. Money, stuff. Think of the people that just were devastated from the hurricane. They have nothing. Nothing. Their BMW's gone, their house is gone, so are their family pictures. And what they want is, they want people to come and be a part with them and help them move back to 100%, whatever that was. It had nothing to do with any of this. None of you said, a BMW will make me happy. A new house will make me happy. A relationship may help make you happy, but you got to be happy here to be able to gain the great relationship here for your happy. I got to click. Okay, so the next piece of this is, what do you do daily to gain your experience of happiness? John?
I have 4 things every day that I try and start off with. Number 1 is I will pull up my cell phone and get these pictures of my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren, and what happened the previous day. Secondly is to try and put a smile on somebody's face.
Mm-hmm.
Third thing is people who provide services, waitresses, anybody who services you. My tip range there goes from about 40% to 3,000%, depending upon what I enjoy with helping them out. And the fourth thing is finding somebody in a service uniform that I can pick up the tab for them wherever it is.
That's great. Anyone else? What do you do on a daily? What do you do daily? Yes?
I start with meditation, and my meditation always includes gratitude.
Mm.
And then I take time for me, and I walk or do something to encourage me.
Very good. Yes?
I try and make people laugh or find some positivity. I've got a pun page on Facebook that has some really amazing stuff on it.
That's awesome. Laughter. Mm-hmm. Terry?
I start out with Miranda at 5:30 in the morning. Classical stretch for 22 minutes.
Aw.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
And then I take a walk with Rock.
Aw.
That's how I start my day.
Beautiful. You're hitting on these. Uh-huh. Anyone else? Bill? Gratitude. Absolutely. Yep. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Yes.
We have a family tradition at dinner every night. Some people have always said this about making somebody laugh or something we call the emotional deposit, someone's bank account. And so every morning we remind each other you make at least one deposit in someone's emotional bank account. And then at dinner time we share what you did that day to deposit in someone's emotional bank
Aw.
account.
That's beautiful.
And we have a little family, rivalry a little bit of who can do more and who can trump the next person.
Right. Oh my gosh, awesome. Okay, so some of them that I had too, which you all did a lot of, raise your activity level. Raise your activity level. If you're kind of feeling down, go take a walk. Get yourself outside of yourself, so to speak. Move yourself outside and take a walk. Reach out to someone. That phone sometimes weighs 500 pounds. Pick it up. If you're not feeling so great, have the 1 or 2 people on your list that you know that you can call them that will help raise you up. Rid yourself of a nagging task. That thing, we talked about procrastination, that thing, get it done. Get it off your plate. You will feel better. Do a good deed. Act happy. I don't always like this phrase, fake it till you make it, but fake it till you make it. Get up, get going, put a smile on your face, and share yourself with someone else, because if you get out of what it is, of what's holding you down, you will feel better. Smile. If you smile, it will be contagious and you will feel better. Stay positive. Even in hard days, you know that there are better days coming. And then happiness to pure joy, 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 joy. And as some of you have said, the next word will be gratitude. Does anybody have anything? Thank you. Yeah.
I saw an interesting video this week, and he talked about the difference between happiness and gratification. That so often we go into doing things that will gratify us on the short term, but may not bring us happiness on the long term. And I thought that was, I've been contemplating that since I saw that.
I believe too, once you're aware of something, it just keeps running through you, kind of like what this did for me, just the what does happy mean to you. I challenge you all to take some quiet time and to sit down with yourself and figure out what your happy is. And when you get yourself so full of joy and smile, stand in that, recognize what it is, and do it again.
The other thing is just remember that happiness is an inside job.
Very good. That's absolutely right.
So,
Gail?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, one of the things I like to tell my clients is, and especially parents of kids, is because a natural tendency of parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles is to wish that their kids have a better life, and often they translate that into an easier life, fewer challenges, fewer heartaches. And I tell them really the best wish for them is to be able to live joyfully despite the inevitable challenges and heartaches that they'll face. Because that's the real journey, that's the real power we have, and it is a matter of choice.
So Earl Nightingale says it all to me when he said, "We become what we think about." So that rattles around in my head all the time. So I'm going to become what I think about. So if I think positive things, I'm going to become that. If I think negative things, I'm going to become that. So that's my deal.
Mark, are we still good?
I just was thinking about how we all have our own faith system, our own faith belief, but I've just found that when I need something and I ask for it, it shows up. So, an example, last night I was just needing a blessing. And I said, I miss my mom. I lost my mom. And I said, God, I just need a blessing. And I walked past, I was walking out of Target, and I walked past a young woman who looked like a woman who might have been in one of my programs. And I had this heart pang because I thought, I wonder how she's doing. And I walked out to my car, and there were two people standing by my car. It was a mom and a daughter. And I said, oh, hello. And I went onto my car, and they went, Miss Sarah? And it was one of the students from my program and her mom. And we just had this instant reunion. So just the ways that God can bring comfort, that, whatever your faith system is, just being able to say, I need something right now. And, I need happiness right now. So, just putting it out there.
Well said. Well said. Anyone else? No? Thank you for your time.